Good morning. There are 15 homes in the North Olympic Peninsula that sold this week. We're going to tell you all about them.
And we'd like you to enjoy a quick tour of the Country Aire grocery store. And it's like a whole food store. It's got all kinds of wonderful things. So we'll be back in a second. Well, I hope you enjoyed Country Aire. It's one of our favorite grocery stores. Sort of like Whole Foods a little bit. It has a lot of really wonderful things, and it's close to our house, so we go there often. So we're Brent and Amy Powell. We work for Brokers Group, real estate professionals out of Sequim, Washington. We live in Port Angeles, but we represent buyers and sellers in mostly the North Olympic Peninsula, Sequim, Port Angeles, surrounding areas like Joyce or Diamond Point. And so every week we go over the houses that have closed, finally sold, and the people take possession, they get the key. It's a happy day for everybody. And
Until they have to unpack.
yeah, unpack
It's moving is hard.
yeah, it's
I
really
know.
a lot of fun. So we love what we do, and we start with Port Angeles, and if you watch us all the time, you know how it works. But we start with the most inexpensive homes, and we kind of go up the ladder to the more expensive, and then we move on to Sequim. So, okay, the first one is on John Jacobs Road, and
You're not going to sing it?
John Jacobs, yeah. So we have one of our friends.
Kid. It was a
Yeah.
kid.
Jingleheimer Schmidt is the rest of the name, but anyway.
That's a song.
John Jacobs.
Jingleheimer.
Yeah, John Jacobs. He used to work next door.
Oh, not Jingleheimer Schmidt.
No, Jingleheimer Schmidt. I'd be amazed to meet that guy.
Last name Jingleheimer Smith.
Yeah, this is John Jacobs. He lives on Jingleheimer Schmidt Road.
We're going
Anyway,
way too much
yeah,
detail here.
Okay, sorry about all of that. But anyway, this is, from the looks of it, it looks like a manufactured home. It is a repo, and a lot of work to be done there. So it started out at $169,950, sold for $148,500. Has 2 bedrooms, spaces for 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,140 square feet, and the lot size is 2.3 acres. So that's kind of nice. 48 days on the market, and built in 1976.
Okay, moving on. Past the repo. We're at 13 Willow Lane in Port Angeles. Listed at $275,000. It sold for $255,000. 1 bedroom, 3/4 bath, 383 square feet on 0.21 of an acre, and it was on the market for 382 days. Year plus. Built in 2021, and it has a territorial view, so it's a tiny home. Okay, you're next.
Okay, another manufactured home, looks like a little nicer one. Well, I couldn't really tell in the last one, but a little larger anyway. And this is on the market for $299,000, sold at asking. They have 4 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,904 square feet, 2.1 acres, so nice sized lot. 101 days on the market, built in 1977, and they have a territorial view.
Moving on to 911 West 5th Street. Now this one got a lot of calls. I showed it a couple times. Listed for $349,900, and that is what it sold for. 3 bedrooms, 1 3/4 baths, 1,064 square feet on 0.21 of an acre. 4 days on the market, and built in 1923. And it has a mountain and water view. That was nice.
On to 1283 Gassman Road, and that is east of town on the way to Sequim. And originally priced for $390,000 and sold for $370,000. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 baths, 1,248 square feet, and just a scotch under half an acre, 99 days on the market, built in 1973, and they have also a territorial view.
Skosh, huh? 812 West 4th. I don't know where the ball is. She's sort of ball focused.
Keep it rolling.
Okay. Listed for 483,000. It sold for 450. 3 bedrooms, 1.5 baths, 1,704 square feet on 0.16 of an acre. 222 days on the market. Built in 1918, and it also had a mountain and water view.
Okay. 91 Olympian Way, and looks like a nice place. Has an outbuilding there. 495,000 asking, sold for 482,500. And they have 3 bedrooms, 1 3/4 bath, and 2,348 square feet, 0.37 of an acre. 25 days on the market, built in 1977. They have mountain view.
Excellent.
Mountain view.
Next one more after this, is 1703 South Golf Course Road. You can tell where that is.
Where is that?
By the golf course.
Okay.
Listed for 640, it sold for 610. 3 bedrooms, 2 baths, 3218 square feet on 3.72 acres. That's a good size. Was 195 days on the market, built in 1935, and it has a mountain view.
Yeah, Port Angeles has 1 golf course, but it's a nice one. That's what I hear. And Sequim has, I think, it's 3 or 4. They have a lot of golf courses.
Don't ask me.
Okay, this is 1221 East 2nd Street. Just a little. We used to live just right down the street from us. This is wonderful house, beautiful homes on this street. Hey, knock it off. We may need to. Logan, let's put her in. So she's needy this morning. This one is 650,000. Asking, sold for 615. 4 bedrooms, 1.5 baths, 2,195 square feet, 100 and the lot size is 0.27 of an acre, and days on the market 126, built in 1937, and they have a city view, a mountain view, partial water view. Anyway, they've got a lot of views here.
A lot going on there.
Yeah. So now we're moving on to beautiful downtown Sequim. Pronounced as Sequim here. I think it's
Just pronounce it like it doesn't have an E in it.
yeah. I think it's a Native American name.
I don't know. Okay, so these, the first 3 homes are all the Lennar new building. Jeez.
You'll be okay.
The first 3 homes are Lennar new building, so we're only going to read the first one, which is on 542 Silver Frost Drive. Listed for $434,950, and that is what it sold for. 2 bedrooms, 2 baths, 1,437 square feet on 0.10, kind of a tiny lot. 135 days on the market, built in 2025, and it has no view. So this is a development, and they're cranking them out.
Yeah, Sequim has many more developments than PA does. And, I drive by these places and they're huge. I think, well, who's going to buy them? And boy, a lot of people are buying them. Like every week, we have 2 or 3 of these homes. And we're skipping the others because the pictures generally are computer generated. You're not really looking at the exact house that was sold. So we're just picking one as. Not always. Sometimes they are the photos.
Finished, sometimes they're not.
Okay, the next one is on 63 Avelina Road. And I don't know where that one is. Avalana, sorry, for Avalana
There's
Nights.
no.
Originally priced for $499, sold for $490. 3 bedrooms, 1 3/4 bath, 1,778 square feet, 1 acre, nice, a little larger, and 14 days on the market, built in 1980, and they have a mountain view.
Okay, moving on to 133 San Juan Drive, which is in Sunland, which is a large, one of the original, I think, HOAs in Sequim. Very nice area. This one was listed for $579,000, and it sold for $557,000. 2 bedrooms, 2 1/4 baths, 1941 square feet on 1/3 of an acre. It was on the market for 55 days, and then it was built in 1988 and had a territorial view. They have a golf course, they have a swimming pool, they have a big meeting room,
Yeah.
all kinds of fancy
55
stuff.
and older, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so kind of a retirement
At
area.
least one person has to be 55.
Yeah. So you can have a trophy bride
Or kids.
or kids.
And you can have kids.
Oh, you can have kids there.
Sure.
Oh, okay. And not many
That
kids.
would be a slightly faux
Yeah.
pas legally.
Not many kids there. So, okay, the next one is on 2145 South Misty Meadow Lane. Price for $699. Woo, sold for $829.
Dang.
So that's a good example. If you're a seller, if you can manage to get your price down where the market is, it's like chum for the fish. There's a feeding frenzy, and sometimes the final price is more than you could have got if you would have priced it higher to begin with.
Yeah.
Most sellers have a hard time doing that, because they're looking for pie in the sky. Okay, so 3 bedrooms, 4.5 baths, 4.5. A lot of baths in this place. Big house too, 4,400 and square feet, and it's on 3.85 acres. 12 days on the market, built in 1979, and they have a mountain view.
Those were busy 12 days, I
Yeah,
imagine,
my goodness.
to get it up that high.
That's quite the place.
Now, my next one is on Diamond Point. So, 412 Buck Loop is the next one. It was listed for $1,049,000 and sold for $1,034,000. It was just a 2-bedroom, 1 3/4 bath, 2865 square feet on a half an acre. 137 days it took to sell it. Built in 1979, and it had a high bank waterfront water view.
Yeah, and Buck Loop is wonderful, beautiful area. It's almost unreal. It's like a little slice of heaven. You're in heaven. You get this
Nobody else. There's just this little community at the end, and it's nothing in between. I
Yeah,
think there's
you're
a
in heaven
park.
and you've got a nice house. There's no services, so that's a little strange. You have to drive 15 minutes to, get a grocery.
Okay, moving on.
Yeah, moving on. Okay. So the last one today is 3729 West Sequim Bay Road, originally priced for $1,625,000 and sold for $1,600,000. 3 bedrooms, 2 3/4 baths, 3,800 square feet, and they live on little under 1.5 acres, 23 days on the market.
33.
33, yes. Days on the market, thank you. And these glasses. Anyway, built in 2009, a very nice place, and they have saltwater view. So there we-
Yeah,
there we
medium
have it.
bank. You could walk down to the water. We've been in this.
Medium bank, yeah.
That's what it says, medium bank.
Oh, I
but we
didn't read
walked
that.
it down that way.
Yeah.
Anyway,
So there's a lot of homes that have in Port Angeles that have a saltwater view, but it's a bluff, and you can get to the water if you have learned how to rappel, or if you want to get there real fast and have physical problems after that, you could,
parachute.
it'd probably kill you.
But there are also no bank waterfront
Yeah,
homes here.
very few. And very few in Sequim, too.
Place Road.
Police Road has some. No, those are here.
That's what I'm
PA.
trying to say, Brent.
Okay. So we thought we'd talk a little bit about home insurance, because when you are figuring out, what you can afford, what kind of house, you're looking at interest rates, which are still sort of inching down a little bit, high 5s, low 6s. But you have to consider insurance, because that's a sizable amount of your investment is going to be,
So it is wrapped into your payment if you're financing.
yeah.
So
So-
that and taxes are the escrow account for the mortgage company.
Yeah. A significant amount of your payment is going to be, if you finance. Of course, if you pay cash, you don't have to worry about insurance, although it might be a good idea to have it insured just in case.
So who demands the insurance then when you're
Well,
financing?
the lender does, because
Yeah.
they don't want to give you this money and then have your place burned down and they're out of luck. So, well, it's all right, burned down.
Is that how they say it? Brent?
I don't know. But anyway, we're thinking burning down homes is California. But
I hear they have a fire now.
they
There's
have
a
fire
wildfire.
insurance?
No,
They have
there's a
another
fire.
fire, yeah. So people are moving from
Wherever,
California to
probably
Washington,
not.
and then they're discovering, well, Washington is anyway, another story. But okay, so there's a form in the contract if you're going to be buying a home. It's called 22VV, and it's a part of the purchase and sale agreement as an addendum, and it describes different features about the insurance. And so, if you're going to have insurance, you're financed and you're going to have it. Basically, it gives you different areas to check, and a lot of those are blanks that you can fill in the amount of. Like one of them, and this makes up the contingency. So one of the first ones says that your basic insurance is not going to be more than 1/2 of 1% of the value of the home.
That's the default.
That's the default. That doesn't mean you have to do that. You can put in there as much as you want. You could put in 1% or 1.5. A lot of people just leave it right at 0.5%, and that works just fine. And then, so that means
And why is it there? Why do they have to have that? What led to this?
a lawsuit.
Probably.
Yeah.
So what's happening is the insurance companies are demanding bigger payments, and you want to be able to make your offer and get out of it if the insurance amount is hideous for the house, and get your earnest money back.
Yeah.
So that's where this one plays.
So it's for your protection.
Yeah.
So that's the basic one, that form. And then there's, if you live in an area that has special liability, you're in a floodplain, you're in an area that is highly susceptible to
Flammable, a flammable area.
fire, wildfires like California, or if you live in an area that's susceptible to earthquakes like the panhandle of Alaska, you look at, yeah, boy, they have loads of earthquakes up there. Then you pretty much need to get that special insurance. So the first one of that box is, if you're going to have insurance because of a lender, you have to check that box, and that is pretty explanatory to how to fill that in. So.
And the amount is the top. So if the insurance agent produces a rider that goes to escrow that is over that monthly amount, then you have your option to pay it or to get out of the deal because of that.
So the way the insurance works is that you apply, first of all, for what is called a binder. And then before the insurance company will give you insurance on that. And the insurance people are way more paranoid now because there's been so many massive losses, especially in California. I don't know that you can even get fire insurance in California, wildfire insurance. That's a whole nother story. So the binder, then they look at your neighborhood, they look at the area you live in, and they say, okay, what have the previous claims been in this area? So they come up with a specific amount that they're going to charge you based on the location and the liability of that home.
And kind of the amenities of the house.
Yeah.
If you have a indoor fireplace, that might be more.
Yeah.
Different things.
Yeah, so in the past, you just insured it, and they'd say, sure, we'll insure your place. But now they're very, very much more careful. I mean, we've heard tales of they fly a drone over the home, and if your roof is in bad shape, they may not.
Or if all your shingles don't match,
Yeah,
they figure you had a leak.
You're going to pay more, brother.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's
any reason to pay more.
Yeah, it's a whole different environment. So that's a little background. I hope you haven't been more confused by it. Thanks for watching.
But
if you
send us questions. We'll be happy to answer.
Send us questions. We can clarify my explanation. So if you haven't, please hit the subscriber button. We're shooting for 1,700. Appreciate very much if you watch us, and if you are far, far away, let us know. I don't know if we have any watchers in Holland, but if you're from Holland, we've got relatives that grew up in Holland. Let us know. So have a great week.